how would you like to see us talk about impact as a result of your investments?
Oh, excellent. You're stealing my questions here. We had a great conversation in getting ready for this panel here today on that very topic. What does good accountability look like? And I know we've got a number who want to speak to that. Who wants to field that first? Susan?
I'll go first from the broader industry perspective, which is, you have to understand that all of our companies in the aerospace and defense industry, I say all, most of them have been investing in STEM education, STEM programs for a long time. We're talking decades and millions of dollars. I think our recent survey showed it's about $150 million a year that our companies are spending collectively, and that's just our estimate. So it's really a matter of, if we've been spending all this money for all this time, how come the STEM education problem in our country is as bad as it is, and even worse in some cases than it was 20 years ago? So we've been looking jointly at how do we make a difference here? How do we start reallocating that money to programs and activities that are really proving effective in getting kids excited about and sustaining their interest in STEM topics all the way through college and into our workforce. And you're going to see increasingly, I'm sure you're already hearing from the business community that that's what we're trying to do, is reinvest, and you're going to be seeing pressure to do that more and more as time goes by. And we're in the process of working with other organizations, other industries, other causes, the universities and so forth, in how do we best measure the impact of these programs and then reallocate our money together into the areas where we're really having success. So I don't really have a specific answer on what are the measures, but certainly that is something that the entire community is focused on and determined to figure out.
So to follow up on that, as Susan alludes to, one of the great unanswered questions is how do we measure success? So if you're struggling with that and haven't found the answer, then you're doing the right thing, because it's the right problem to be worrying about, and there's not a magic answer out there. That being said, one thing that I look at, and I know my colleagues do as well, is scalability. So if you look back over the last 15 or 20 years, where a number of investments have been made in programs designed to increase the number of students in the STEM pipeline and graduating out the other end, we've done a lot of experiments. We've spent a lot of money. So if we want to take advantage of what we learned, we should be thinking about things like, how do we get the most bang for the buck? And so as we were crafting our company's STEM program about a year ago, that was one of the most critical things that I looked at. There are lots of great programs out there, but as an individual company, our money only goes so far. More importantly, our volunteers only go so far. So how do we find a few things to invest in where evidence has shown that they scale, that they grow, that they don't either wither on the vine or never go farther than having a very small footprint? So we picked a couple of strategic partners. There are others we could have picked, but we specifically picked ones where we could see the evidence of the last 15 or 20 years that showed us they scale and they get results. So it's a right question to ask. It's a hard one. Scalability is sort of the easiest thing to see right now.